Charlotte has moved out of 20-apartment Kensington Palace and into Adelaide Cottage, Windsor very lately. Everyone is wondering what caused the abrupt change. Until she left Kensington Palace, Princess Charlotte kept a low profile, despite being one of the wealthiest and most famous children in the world. I think if you feel that you're doing the right thing, you can only be true to yourself and you have to ignore any sudden actions, said the woman. Everyone is in a state of shock due to her abrupt conduct. Why did she possibly leave the palace, and how does this development impact the royal family? Come and find out the truth with us about Princess Charlotte's departure from Kensington Palace. A stunning and mesmerizing little royal, Princess Charlotte of Wales has captivated audiences across the world since her spectacular entrance into the royal family. She is the granddaughter of King Charles III and the second child of Prince William. Even though the world is constantly staring at her and there are a lot of regulations she needs to follow, she always has a bright expression on her face and a mischievous grin that makes her smile more. Because of her modesty and the affection she freely gives out at such a young age, the princess exudes an irresistible charisma that surpasses the benefits of her royal birth. She has frequently shown signs of her inner child in various endearing ways. On family outings to the Royal International Air Tattoo, she has been spotted looking at photographers with an air of mystery and dancer's vivacity. The princess seemed to have no trouble interacting with the onlookers. As she welcomed them, she was seen laughing and gesturing with her hands. It was a charming moment that revealed the princess's lighthearted side and touched many people's hearts. She may be a princess, but she is still very young. You can't help but warmly embrace her and be impressed by her kind behavior whenever she waves to crowds or accompanies her parents to special events. When it comes to loving relationships, nothing compares to the one between Princess Charlotte and her mother. Princess Kate recently published a video in which she declared the successful end of her chemotherapy treatment and her intentions for the next months, and it showed that aspect of their lives. Their intimate moment in the film provided a glimpse into their personal lives and the way Charlotte felt when she was alone. Along with her mother, the Princess of Wales, Prince William, Prince George, and Prince Louis were all seen in the film enjoying a family stroll with Princess Charlotte. Holding Princess Charlotte's hand, she said that life as we know it could change in an instant, and when it happens, we have to navigate the stormy waters and roads unknown. Princess Kate's statement was a way of expressing how completely fickle life is, especially in the public eye and royal sphere. It was a beautifully touching moment. She brings to our attention the fact that they are quite conscious of the fact that their prominent positions and duties may subject their families to unexpected changes and pressures. It might have also meant the measures she takes to ensure that her children, her family, and herself are ready for everything the future brings. In the face of adversity and the weight of responsibility, it is a call to perseverance, adaptability, and strength. Life is too delicate and unexpected to put too much emphasis on living up to the expectations of one's royal titles, as Princess Kate has also come to realize. Instead, they are devoted to forming strong bonds with others that will persist through all of life's hectic pace and never-ending to-do lists. Is it possible that this phrase alludes to Princess Charlotte's need to find a safe haven, apart from the regimented life she was living at Kensington Palace? To learn the truth, you must continue to watch. However, before we go into that, let us take a brief tour of her past, a tale that sets the stage for comprehending Charlotte's unexpected choice. On May 12, 2015, at St. Mary's Hospital in London, England, Her Royal Highness Princess Charlotte of Wales came into this world. As a result, she is the first daughter of Duke William and Duchess Catherine and the second child overall. Along with her brother Prince George, she is the third in line to succeed to the throne. She was born at about 8:35 in the morning British summertime. Everyone throughout the globe rejoiced with the arrival of the princess, not only the royal family. She broke new ground at birth, becoming the first female princess to hold her position in line despite having younger brothers, and ending more than 25 years of male domination in the royal family. This is because the 2013 Succession to the Crown Act allows any male heir to succeed to the king. Queen Elizabeth II was a living monarch when she was born. She was overjoyed to finally meet her great-granddaughter, Princess Charlotte, who was her sixth grandchild. Everywhere you looked, congratulations were being extended to Prince William and Princess Catherine of Cambridge upon hearing the news of her arrival. An official announcement was made on an easel erected in Buckingham Palace, and a few hours later, the news spread on Twitter. In remembrance of her birth, volleys and gun salutes were fired in Hyde Park and the Tower of London. Many congratulations and joyous gatherings ensued. Following the news, a large crowd assembled outside the West London Hospital to welcome their new princess. They shouted, waved flags, and carried cardboard papers with messages scrawled on them. In honor of her birth, famous sites were painted pink. The London Eye was even illuminated in pink. Charlotte Elizabeth Diana was her name that was announced on May 4th. It pays tribute to her great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, her grandfather, King Charles III, and her grandmother, the late Diana. People often comment on how much she looks like her great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, and we couldn't agree more. Her appearance and personality are very similar, with an abundance of energy and positivity. Their admiration for her uncanny likeness to the monarch has earned her the moniker the Mini Queen. The Duchess of Cambridge, her mother, took formal family portraits of her soon after she was born. The photographs provided a first peek at her tight bond with her family, particularly with her older brother Prince George, and were widely disseminated by the media. She made her way to St. Mary Magdalene Church in July 2015 for her christening. The royal family's customary christening gown, a Hunton lace and satin gown that is a reproduction of the original Victorian treasure from 1841, was on display for her. Some symbolic details were included in the service, such as the use of water from the River Jordan for her baptism and the traditional use of a silver gilt font for christenings of royals. Ever since her arrival at the palace, she has been the epitome of fascination, capturing the attention of people from all corners of the globe. She quickly became known as a cheerful figure who gave a little joy to whatever royal event she attended as she grew up. In her initial public appearances, she won over many hearts with her self-assured personality and mischievous smiles. Her characteristically graceful, playful, and poised waving towards people is something you can see her doing all the time. Despite her youth, Charlotte has already ushered in a more contemporary age for the British monarchy. Engagements between her and her brothers, Prince George and Prince Louis, depict their unique closeness. She often assumes a nurturing role for her brothers. Notably, Charlotte's exceptionally kind and nurturing approach to guiding and nudging her younger brother Prince Louis through life's challenges has won the hearts of many. Even as a little girl, Charlotte made an appearance at formal occasions, letting her magnetic personality do the talking. She was saw numerous times engaging in lively conversation with her family, laughing broadly, and waving to the crowds at Trooping the Colour, a yearly parade commemorating King Charles III's official birthday celebration. Significantly, in 2019, the young princess briefly stuck out her tongue to the audience, a genuine, endearing moment that garnered media attention for her carefree demeanor. In 2022, at the age of 7, Princess Charlotte went on her first solo adventure. With her parents, Prince William and Princess Kate, she made her grand entrance. This expedition was planned to coincide with the 2022 Commonwealth Games swimming contest. She wore a striped frock, and her hair was beautifully groomed into braided pigtails as she joined her great-uncle Prince Edward and his wife Sophie, Countess of Wessex, together with their children for the important occasion. She looked like she was having a great time because she was constantly grinning and laughing while sitting among the fans, and her mom was sitting right next to her explaining all the activities. Afterwards, the princess and Prince William sent a special message of support to the England women's soccer team, wishing them luck as they prepare to face Germany in the 2022 Women's Euro Championships. Despite the traditional leanings of the royal family, Prince William and Catherine are committed to providing Princess Charlotte with a balanced childhood that includes both royal responsibilities and the fun things that children enjoy. They are committed to providing her and her siblings with a typical upbringing, where they may develop an understanding of their place in the world and the principles that will serve as a compass as they navigate adulthood. Her family's dedication to public life has instilled in Princess Charlotte qualities that will serve her well in her future role as a member of the royal family: kindness, humility, and a focus on serving others. As Princess Charlotte matures and brings the ideals and energy of a new generation to her position in the royal family, her role will undoubtedly evolve. As one of the most beloved young royals and a representation of future continuity, she is well positioned thanks to her charisma, self-assurance, and familial mentoring. Whatever her function may be, she will undoubtedly require a solid education to manage it. The investments made in the princess's education will astound you, so let's examine it. Because of the weight of duty and the high standards set by the royal family, members of the royal family do not attend a regular school or pursue an informal education. Her education has been thoughtfully planned to provide her a balanced background and help her succeed academically. In contrast to her younger brother Prince George, Princess Charlotte commenced her formal education at the Wilcox Nursery School, a private nursery school located in a church hall not far from her family's Kensington Palace home, at the age of 2 in early 2018. The school's administration and faculty impressed her parents, who chose it as the best option for her early education. The mornings at Wilcox School are supposedly both controlled and enjoyable, providing a creative environment where children can explore letters, sounds, and numbers in a safe and supportive environment. The 3-term tuition rate at Wilcox is £9,150, or around $12,000, and ranges from £3,500 to £4,073 each term. On her initial day, she wore a burgundy wool coat with a sharp edge, stone-colored tights, a pair of shoes with matching red heels, and a matching red bow, all costing £150. Charlotte and Prince George attended Thomas's Battersea Preparatory School in London after summer break. The school was located just a short distance from Kensington Palace. Her parents would hope that she and her siblings would inherit the school's emphasis on developing compassionate individuals from among its 560 pupils, who range in age from 4 to 13. Charlotte, who is no longer a young girl, looked just darling in her new navy blue uniform with her hair pulled back into a ponytail, as photographed by the photographers. At the age of 4, she returned to school on September 5, 2019, with her brother George and her parents, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. She had an extraordinary lack of confidence in front of the cameras, often ducking behind her mother and holding her hand tightly. Princess Charlotte, who is normally rather self-assured in public, acted quite differently here. It was probably just a case of being anxious on the first day. Prince William, her father, revealed that his daughter was over the moon about starting school. People referred to her as Charlotte Cambridge. In an effort to make their school lives more typical, her parents consciously gave them different names. Additionally, Charlotte's self-assurance and empathy were shaped by Thomas's Battersea. Her education at this institution will equip her for her one-of-a-kind role in the royal family and beyond, by providing a well-rounded education that includes both traditional and modern subjects, including French, computing, music, theater, and dance. She started in the Berkshire Independent Preparatory School, Lambrook, in 2022, alongside her brothers George and Louis. Their move to Windsor Home Park's Adelaide Cottage was the cause of this. Even if the princess doesn't go to college for every major, she can still become very wealthy and powerful. Read on to discover the reason behind it. The world quickly recognized Princess Charlotte as a trendsetter during her initial public appearances. Since her very first photo shoot as a newborn, Princess Charlotte has been a style icon. The moment Princess Charlotte is spotted wearing anything, whether it apparel, jewelry, accessories, or even a toy, the item is sure to be in high demand and sell out. This has been coined as the Princess Charlotte effect, a term that describes her profound impact on societal and consumer behavior. Retailers and manufacturers have already realized that anything seen with Princess Charlotte, whether it be her clothing, jewelry, or accessories, can generate a lot of buzz in the media and substantially increase sales, even if she is still a young child. This proves that her fame goes well beyond the realm of royalty and even beyond the world at large. Just 1 hour after Charlotte was born, her parents stood on the London wing, shawling her in a 68-pound blanket. The shawl's creators began receiving a deluge of requests from parents coveting the same style minutes after it debuted. Such a legendary event has never before occurred to them. According to Gillian Taylor, director of Nottingham's Hurt & Sons Company, the day was unforgettable for the business, as 100,000 visitors flooded their website from more than 183 countries, including the US, Australia, and Canada. Whether it was a dress or a purse that the Duchess of Cambridge wore, the brands she sported always made an impression on shoppers and fashionistas alike. The founders of the Spanish children's wear firm MH, Margita Pau, her mother and brother, spoke to the Telegraph about how seeing Princess Charlotte in 2 of their floral outfits had such a positive effect on their brand. Their brand, which is sold in just 5 outlets in Spain, was greatly affected by it. As a general rule, each store often only has 10 dresses available so that no girl can wear the same dress. Even before the photos went viral, the dress had sold out due to the fixed quantity of sales. They had to start making preparations to build an e-commerce site to help ship their brands to the UK, Europe, and the US, though, because demand was so great once the pictures went public. Princess Charlotte has been seen on multiple occasions wearing nearly identical ensembles to those floral dresses and pink cardigans from M&H, as seen on her mother, Kate. Kate wants her daughter's images to be less prominent, so she's doing this. She may have tried her best, but the little princess's star has only grown. Retail data corroborated a poll's assertion that 20% of parents see Princess Charlotte as a key influence on their children's fashion choices. The revelation of a photo of Princess Charlotte wearing pink booties on a family skiing vacation caused a 97% spike in sales of pink booties on the clothing website MayaNesters.com. According to an online representative from the children's clothing store Alex and Alexa, they noticed a dramatic increase in the demand for things featuring Princess Charlotte. Customers' interest in pale pink cardigans and floral dresses spiked following the release of Charlotte's first photo last year, and it increased again with the release of Princess Charlotte in a snapshot of the Queen with her great-grandchildren. In the lead-up to Princess Charlotte's first birthday, the founder of PPA Gonzalez & Company saw a significant increase in website traffic after the release of royal portraits of the little girl, who sat on her great-grandmother Queen Elizabeth II's knee and wore a cardigan and 2 dresses by the Spanish label PPA & Company. According to the inventor, the demand for ancient Spanish styles has been sparked not only in England but around the globe by the royal family. In fact, he received an order from South Korea, he added with enthusiasm. Retailers of anything affiliated with her have been greatly impacted by the few meticulously posed official pictures that have featured her. Because of the Princess Charlotte effect, specialists in brand finance estimate that she will be worth over €3 billion to the UK during her lifetime. Princess Charlotte had to leave Kensington Palace for reasons that will surprise you, despite leading such a flourishing life there. For very important reasons, Princess Charlotte has decided to leave Kensington Palace. First, it has to do with her education. She and her brothers, Prince George and Prince Louis, attend Lambrook School, which is near Adelaide Cottage in Windsor. It was primarily due to their schooling, according to a family friend who alerted individuals. The family has a wonderful time at Windsor's broad grassland and countryside, he said, where Charlotte and her brothers, Prince George and Prince Louis, can run around the estate on bikes and play freely. The second justification is that Princess Charlotte's father, Prince William, wished to spend more time with his grandma, Queen Elizabeth II, during her final days. Adelaide Cottage is about a 10-minute drive from Windsor Castle, where Queen Elizabeth was staying. Robert Johnson's biography, Catherine, Princess of Wales, provides further context on the subject. After the death of Prince Philip in April 2021, William expressed a desire to relocate in order to be near his grandmother, according to his writing. Kate, or Princess Catherine, was on board with his proposal. She knew that, as the future monarch, Prince William needed to be beside the Queen in her dying months. King Charles, his father, was to succeed her as king, and he wanted to be there for her and her father. The move from Kensington Palace is meant to mark a fresh beginning for her parents, the Prince and Princess of Wales, as they navigate the shifting roles within the royal family while also attending to their own needs. This will help strengthen the family's ties to royal traditions and allow William and Kate to provide Princess Charlotte and her siblings with a normal childhood free from excessive public scrutiny. In Windsor, what are your expectations for Princess Charlotte's future? Feel free to share your thoughts in the space provided. Please subscribe, like, and share for more content like this. Additionally, I highly recommend watching the video that is currently displayed on your screen.